Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. I'm pretty sure I know what's in here, but I'm going to open it up with you guys so that we can all share in this experience together. Thanks so much to... Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, Artisan Cutlery for sending this in for me to take a look at. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. And please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. Okay, let's go ahead and get in here. Feels like a big aluminum tin, which is I'm pretty sure is what's inside of this box. Yeah, okay. Do we have a seal to break? No. We just need to find out how to pull. There we go. Okay. Here we go. We got an Artisan Cutlery for sure, because it also said that on the outside of the larger box. I'm so sorry for bumping the camera. There's a bunch of stuff just in the way and about to fall over here. So, what do we have? It feels fairly large and fairly heavy. I will have this knife linked down in the description because it will most likely be available at the time of watching this video. So if you're interested in this, use the link right down in the description. It helps my channel, but it's up to you. Oh boy, it is a big boy. Yeah, I feel like I've handled the budget or the less expensive version of this before. Yeah, ooh, nice. Big titanium frag. What do we got here? S90V, I didn't know that. Ooh, man. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's got a nice detent on it. Man, a frag titanium S90V version of this knife is pretty awesome. It's very easy to... Yeah, this is very familiar. I'm almost certain that I have reviewed or handled the budget version. So this is... What is the name of this knife? It's not going to tell me. Well, I'll have the name of the knife down in the description. It'll be linked, all the info, pricing, stuff like that. It'll all be down in the description. I don't know if there are multiple variants of this or if it's just this guy that you can get. Man, that is so... So the placement of this, the fact that it's moved so far that way and that it tapers upward to, you know, allow for you to get a lot of thumb meat in there. It's always important to have enough room in the hole to, you know, get as much thumb meat in there as possible. You just, you know, when you realize you're going to say something like that, you gotta dedicate, right? That was me dedicating. Ergonomically, this is extremely comfortable, and this does have like sort of a forced lock-in, which I'm normally not a fan of. But for some reason, the way that this is shaped, because it's like you definitely need a finger here and you definitely need a finger here, and then there's going to be two. Obviously, there's going to be two in between. But that's very comfortable, and so is this actually, the choked up position, in combination with the little thumb notch there. Yeah, no lock stick on this guy. Great centering, perfect centering actually. Nice tumbled finish, extremely smooth. Now, part of this is, you know, it's Artisan Cutlery's ability to, you know, manufacture a nice knife, but it's also because the blade is big. This is a big, heavy blade for sure. In fact, let's go ahead and measure it, right? Shall we? Overall length of this guy coming in at, wow, this is big. I'm going to say 8.85. Blade length 3.85. Cutting edge 3.75. Big. How about a couple of size comparisons? Would that help out? Ontario Rat Model 1. Let's do the large pyrite, since this is a Artisan Cutlery. We're looking at about this. I mean, it's just, you know, it's got more presence. What are some other good larger knives? I mean, I say larger, right? Large-ish. Spyderco PM2. Let's do Benchmade Griptilianer, in this case, the Ritter Hogue. Some of the larger ones I've got out here. So yeah, I mean, it's easy to say it's on the larger side. Let's go ahead and weigh it, because it's definitely, if there is a budget counterpart. Am I thinking of the Gator? Maybe I'm thinking of the Gator, which isn't even an Artisan Cutlery knife. That's a Vosteed knife. Is there a budget version of this? Do they make a less expensive version of this? feel like maybe they do. I'm not sure. Anyways, this is titanium and S90V, and then we have no milling whatsoever on the inside. And once again, there we go. I was going to say my scale has once again escaped me, but no, not today. 5.8. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. This comes in quite a bit less than I was expecting. That's kind of shocking. I thought for sure, because it's not a thin blade stock. Come on. I mean, it's not thick, I guess. The scales aren't thick. I thought full titanium, almost 9 inches, no milling, is going to be well over 6 ounces, but it turns out, no, 5.86. This is probably one of the most impressive premium knives that I have seen from Artisan Cutlery. Not just in terms of materials, right? Here's another thing I gotta point out. We have gotten rid of almost everything on these Artisan Cutlery blades except for this weird little code, 1860G. S90V and the Artisan Cutlery logo, I think, are fine. But like the code, there used to be, I don't know if you guys remember, with Artisan Cutlery, it used to be that they put stuff all over it. It was so weird. They used to put stuff all over the blade. They don't do that as much anymore. The inside of this is nicely knocked down. I really like that. Nice swedge. Very good continuous final cutting bevel. Looks very good on both sides. This is flat ground right here. The titanium texturing also is really well done and has been knocked down at the edges so that we don't end up with, you know, sharpness. We have a nice milled titanium clip with a little dollar sign. I'm sure that that is maybe part of the designer's look. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? This is the more expensive version, right? There's a lanyard bar right there. Nice little backspacer with a sort of a brass or a gold contrasting with the titanium. Yeah, pretty nice. The overall fit and finish here is very good. And I have to point out, Artisan Cutlery, I remember the first Artisan Cutlery I ever handled. It was that long sort of shaving razor looking knife. And everything was, you know, they were using titanium. It was S35VN, but everything was a little bit clunky. The detent was mush. It was just, the detent felt like, you know, placing my hand in a bowl of applesauce. Like, that's how it just went. Like, it just didn't feel good. It was a cool look. Parts of the knife were machined well, but they had frayed edges on hardware. They had some weird fit and finish issues. The cutting bevel wasn't perfect. That knife in particular had a ridiculously thick cutting edge, which that's just geometry, right? But this, in contrast with the first Artisan Cutlery that I ever handled, this is night and day. This is really nice, and I can almost guarantee, because Artisan Cutlery and CJRB are unsung heroes right now, as much as they are celebrated, they are absolutely unsung heroes right now when it comes to pricing, both in the budget territory and in their premium line. Many other companies buckled and increased their prices by, you know, I don't know, 5 to 10%, sometimes more. Artisan Cutlery seems to have just stayed put during all the inflation stuff, right? So they're, alongside a couple other companies, they're actually looking pretty good right now, especially when they're using stuff like S90V. S90V is not cheap. It's not cheap at all. I've actually had some insight into this, some more specific insight, and there are variables when it comes to pricing, obviously, and availability has a lot to do with it, but S90V is not a cheap steel, not at all. So it's pretty cool. I'm assuming, I haven't actually seen the price tag on this, but I'm assuming the price is good. So yeah, I'll link it down below. You guys can check it out if you want to. This is pretty cool. It will absolutely get its own review. Today's video was, of course, just an unboxing and first impression, so you'll get that full comprehensive review if you want to wait for it a few weeks from now. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.